Cocktail Hour Cinema, talking drinks and cinema. We watch and eat some Mortal Komabt, but we don't show you the dinner. It's Cocktail Hour Cinema.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to Cocktail Hour Cinema. My name is Brent.
I'm Nico.
And I'm Emily.
We are a weekly video podcast that talks about movies, movie news, TV shows, anything cinematic. And Emily makes us a drink themed off of what we're talking about every week. Emily, what'd you do this week?
So this week we are talking about Mortal Kombat. So this is
Mortal Kombat.
This is the fatality.
Hey.
This is a little bit unusual for me because it is Scotch based, and I am not normally a Scotch fan. But
That was
these
my
two,
first time tasting it. Very good.
too.
these two
That is
hella
good.
are.
Mm,
So
smoky.
you're gonna start out with 3/4 of an ounce of Scotch. 3/4 of an ounce of Lillet Blanc. Also, if you don't have Lillet Blanc, this also works really well with just like a sweet vermouth. Same ratios and everything. 3/4 of an ounce of Cointreau. 3/4 of an ounce of blood orange juice. Good luck find blood oranges are at the end of their season right now, so like try to find them. They also make like bottled blood orange juice. You can find it, but I figured it was appropriate for Mortal Kombat to have a very bloody ingredient. Then you're going to finish that off with 1/4 ounce of lemon juice and just 2 dashes of orange bitters, and then shake and strain and top it with a little slice of blood orange as a garnish.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's really, really
It's
good.
very good. I love that you added Scotch instead of, what was the other one you were thinking about
Japanese
having?
whiskey.
Japanese
Yeah,
whiskey.
I tried one with Japanese whiskey. It was a little too subtle. I tried
The
one with
peat
bourbon.
in this at the
It
very
really
end
does. It
is
really does.
great.
You can taste that it's Scotch,
Yeah.
but it's like subtle.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm not a Scotch fan. Typically, I don't like that peaty flavor. But with the blood orange, there's enough going on in this that it's like, ooh, it just adds like a smokiness. Because like I love
It balances out the peat like really well.
Yeah, because like I love
Pairs
mezcal.
as
I'm
well.
not averse to smoky things, but yeah, I thought this one turned out really well.
Yeah, well done.
Yay,
Emily.
Considering last week I didn't have to make a cocktail, it's like, all right, I gotta flex my muscles again.
Right.
So are we going to talk about movie news? We're going to go over how bad and boring the Oscars were, or are we going to skip right over that?
I mean, we could skip over do you want to talk about the Oscars at all, Emily?
Absolutely mind-boggling that Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, let's talk shit about the Oscars.
All right, we're going to spend 5 minutes
well,
talking shit about the Oscars, and then we'll move on.
I will say good things. Chloe Zhao winning Best Director and Best Picture for Nomadland.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The representation, I think, overall, compared to any other Oscars fucking ever.
Daniel Kaluuya embarrassed the shit out of his parents when he was
Oh
accepting
my
the
god,
Oscar.
that was
Oh, that was so
amazing.
good.
That was
I mean, my
incredible.
mom and dad had 6.
They,
How cool was that?
They cut to his
That was a
mom
good
in the
impression.
audience. She's
Taylor
just like,
Kaluuya. How cool is that? I love that accent. That like street English accent.
yeah, he's
yeah.
amazing.
Basically like a real Ollie G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I like that Chloe Zhao. Well, I think the studio that won in this fucking Oscars is Marvel, because they like Chloe Zhao is going to be directing the upcoming Eternals movie.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Kaluuya is in Black Panther.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good job.
Anthony Hopkins is in Thor.
Is he
Plays,
really?
Yeah, he plays Odin. Yeah.
But Odin's dead.
Yeah, I
Didn't he
know,
die?
but I'm just saying
Okay.
he's in Marvel.
That's true. He's a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
Same as Chatty Bose, but
Yeah. The fact that Anthony Hopkins, I almost said Anthony Boseman, Anthony Hopkins won over Chadwick Boseman was shocking, to say the least.
did you see The Father?
Yes. Oh, no. Not to say that Anthony Hopkins does not deserve that movie. The Father is, like, I would say his best performance ever. I sobbed during that movie.
If it was his best performance ever, and he's one of the best actors of all time, he fucking deserves it. He hasn't won an Oscar.
Absolutely.
I think he hasn't won an Oscar in like 30 years, since like Silence of the
Silence
Lambs.
of the Lambs. Yeah, this is his
So-
second Oscar.
I think he does deserve it.
I think Chadwick's performance was absolutely incredible. I think he was only favorited to win because he died.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed.
if you look at it that way, it's not the craziest snub ever,
No.
because if Anthony really deserved it, it was an amazing role.
I would have, like, Riz Ahmed was still my number 2 in terms of that.
Interesting.
that
I never
race,
saw
though.
The Father, so Riz was actually my number 1.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hoping for Riz, but I didn't see the father.
We knew
either.
it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But
But I guess Chadwick Boseman's family handled that really well. They said like
Oh, good.
Chadwick never chased awards, so that it was just great that he was nominated.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He
no one
definitely
else.
deserved to be nominated. It was,
Absolutely. He's great.
that one scene, especially like the one really long, drawn out
Yeah.
scene, was like fuck.
Also, why the
That was
fuck?
pretty much what it was for. Was that one scene?
Totally.
Why the fuck did the Oscars not have Best Picture at the end?
Oh, so that was really the fucked up part, is because they saved Best Actor for the end, I think because they assumed Chadwick Boseman was going to win. So they
Right.
wanted that to be the final moment.
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
And then because it wasn't, it was like, oh, then you just really fucked over Nomadland having like Best Picture and Best Director. They got kind of like, okay, you're done, you win. Like we got to get
Yeah.
to the final award. And I'm like, it was a bad, a really.
and then it was Hopkins, and it was like, Hopkins isn't here. All right, have a good night, everybody.
yeah, Hopkins
Yeah.
wasn't even there.
because he lives in England and it's
What
like
a-
8 hours difference.
and
He's asleep.
and he's 80 years old.
He's
the
asleep.
He's the
Yeah,
oldest Oscar winner of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good for him.
80 plus. No one's
Good
won
for
an Oscar.
him.
at
And
80
he
plus.
was so gracious. He was like, I didn't expect this. Like, I want to dedicate this award to Chadwick Boseman. Like, he's after he woke up the next morning.
He woke up after a 16-hour slumber and was like,
Oh my god, I love that he was
won?
asleep during the fucking. Oscars.
Well, yeah, because it's 8 hours
Well, I
difference.
know,
Like,
but
it's,
it feels
probably
like
like 4 in the morning.
It's
for
like
them.
Frances McDermott doing her fucking awards speech. She's like not really giving a fuck. That's
Oh,
they're just
she's
so
like-
they're so above the
Love
Oscars.
that.
They're just so good that they're just above this.
Yeah,
I
She
love
really
that.
just doesn't seem like she really
she
gives a
howled.
shit.
She howled during her acceptance
Yeah.
speech. Like,
I love Frances.
love
What was
her.
that? What was that tweet we read? It was like, I'm surprised Frances McDormand didn't do this from Zoom, like in her kitchen while running the garbage disposal.
That meme was hilarious, dude. Yeah, she has to be on like Mount Actress more at this point. You know,
Totally.
she has to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it Glenn Close?
Mm-hmm.
That
Doing a little dance. Yeah.
that knew all like the
Her dance.
Well, that was pre-planned.
Was
but-
it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's so
but
disappointing.
it's still fun. I
What
still
was-
found it
what was-
very
what was
fun.
Was that really pre-planned?
Yes, it was.
What
Are you
was?
sure?
Yes,
What was?
Literally like 6 articles came out the day after.
Damn
Like,
it.
did you know that was planned?
What was? Let the audience know what you're talking about, and also me. I have no idea.
I mean, maybe you can describe it better than me.
I was really drunk when that happened. I don't remember.
I don't remember like.
she knew the lyrics and the dance to a song called "Da Butt." And
Yeah, so you can.
Oh, so it's the like her dance.
They were doing the
thing.
dude from last week's episode that hasn't come out yet. What the movie Bad Trip? What was the
Lil Ray or
Lil
something.
Rel.
Lil
Lil
Rel.
Lil Rel? So he went around, did a little bit where he was basically like, "Oh, we're gonna play some old song. You tell us whether that song was nominated, not nominated at all, or won." And he
Mhm.
was like asking random people in the crowd. It didn't
That's right.
seem.
it was.
Was she the only one that was planned, or was
Yes.
everybody planned?
I think she was the only one that was like
Okay,
pre-planned.
that
but
makes sense to me because the first couple very much did not seem like that was
Yeah.
planned, but
I still thought it was fun. It was fun.
it was really good.
It's
I don't.
fun.
I don't. Do you think Lil Ren was in on it?
Probably.
Lil
Okay.
Rel.
Lil Rel.
Rel. Ren.
I loved that Lil Rel and
Hello, Ren.
Questlove were kind of like the impromptu hosts. I think they did a really good job. They're
Yeah.
charismatic. And it became like a little less stuffy because they were like, let's have fun. Let's play
Yeah.
in the audience.
Yeah.
This wasn't my favorite Oscars, and it wasn't because there wasn't a host. I liked what they were doing with Quest
Yeah.
and all that shit, but it was just the way they organized the awards really pissed me off.
Yeah. The order of the awards that really fucked me up. I
Yeah,
didn't
maybe
like
I'm
that
just-
at all.
Maybe we're just used to the rhythm of the awards and like how it usually goes. But
And it's
Yeah.
more of a spectacle. Like I get that. I get why they can't have the big spectacle, although they probably could have. I mean, they're all maskless there anyway. They could have done more than they did.
Mhm.
But I like that you got to see the background story of like all these directors and writers, and I thought that was really cool.
that was cool too. Yeah,
It would have been really cool to do like a little of that, like not every single thing, but like a little bit of that for like the more important people.
yeah,
And then also have some sort of fanfare.
right.
It was just a little like, okay, monotonous.
I love imagining Aaron Sorkin making popcorn at a movie theater. That was my favorite takeaway from the Oscars. That you get to learn he was just making popcorn when he was
Yeah.
a kid at a movie theater. Little nerdy kid.
You can be a Sorkin.
Yeah.
I know Aaron Paul worked at the AMC. That was at the Universal Studios Theater.
Yeah. He reminds me of a coworker I used to have at Taco Bell, so I can see that.
Okay. Sold meth.
Yeah. No, just like, working and like not giving a fuck.
Right.
That kind of thing.
All right, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. Kano. Scorpion.
Keep it going for the next 40 minutes.
I really was gonna try to keep it going. For
Oh man.
So very very Godzilla Kong in the sense that not an incredible movie. It's
Not-
nothing to write home about.
Not a great movie.
I wouldn't wouldn't even say it's a good movie, but I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
It's a bad movie that I enjoy.
Right, just like Godzilla vs Kong. I mean, maybe
It's
it's
the
I
it's
think
a little
Godzilla
thinner.
vs Kong is better.
it was a little thinner. I mean, I don't know.
they're super comparable to me.
I care about this franchise more than I care about Godzilla vs Kong.
See, I don't.
Yeah, I think that's just a personal thing. Me and Casey Lake used to fucking go off on Mortal Kombat. Like
out
we
to
we
Casey
used to
Lake.
have shout out Casey Lake.
Right here, picture of
Yeah.
him right here.
Yeah, not a subscriber to the show.
Not at all. Not even a little
We
bit.
used to have like Mortal Kombat like books that would show all the characters' history, like Sub-Zero and like Cabal and all that stuff. So like we were like in on it for like 2 years. So this movie just made me like, man, it sent me down like a rabbit hole. I wish this movie came out in 1995 instead of like the original Mortal Kombat, which was great. But
Don't look at me. I haven't seen it.
you haven't seen the original Mortal Kombat?
No.
Oh my god!
I was
think
too
might like
young.
the original one a little bit better,
Really?
just because it's
you seen it
so
recently?
Bad. No,
Okay.
I haven't.
My mom.
But I know it's just kitschy and stupid.
My mom barely let me play Mortal Kombat when it came out because my brother would always would force me to play with him. My brother's 8 years older than me, so he would kick the shit out of me every single time. He just needed someone to play with. So my mom barely let me play the game. She would not let me see the movie. Absolutely
Right.
not.
Yeah.
I was played as Sindel. She's the one with the hair.
Oh, nice.
That was my go-to.
My earliest Mortal Kombat memory was going to Cone's Video. Do you remember Cone's Video at all?
Is that
Yeah.
like a
it's
Suncoast?
Yeah,
kinda thing?
no. It was a video rental store that was a local chain in Fremont.
Yeah.
And Mortal Kombat 2 just released, and it had like a mature content. It was the first game to have a mature content label on it. They had to invent that for
They invented it for
Mortal
Really?
Kombat 2
Yeah.
for the second one.
Over the second one.
Yeah,
It
Okay.
because the
wasn't for
first
more-
one it was so new, like video games, like and graphics and all that, like blood, like there wasn't a thing yet.
Well, because it was a thing where like Mortal Kombat was released on 2 different consoles, and one of them had blood and one of them didn't. Right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Well, the first one came out of the gate and it was pretty brutal, but I think they amped up the blood and the gore more so in the second one, and
Yeah.
it invented this whole mature gaming thing.
Electronic Software Rating Board, the ESRB, was basically. There were other games that contributed, but Mortal Kombat kind of gets the nod for like being responsible.
Yeah, because you're like ripping out spines and shit.
And I couldn't rent
insane.
I couldn't rent the game because I remember the Cone's Video guy was like,
too small.
yeah, I was too small, but I remember the video
Yeah,
store
we were
guy
little-
was
we were little
warning my
babies
mom. I was
walking in
like,
there.
bro, what the fuck? I remember being like upset with the guy, not my mom.
You were like 5, and you're like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was kind of pissed. I was like, dude, come on, bro. I'm just trying to play some Mortal Kombat with the breast.
I'm picturing you.
How old
5
were we
years
when we were
old.
going to Cone's Video? That
Dude.
closed down when we were still children.
Yeah.
I think the equivalent in
was-
Napa was J&P Video. We had 2 J&P videos, and then we had a Hollywood Video as well.
Hollywood
Like
was.
one of
I
the
used,
chains.
I used to go to Hollywood a lot.
Yeah.
Used
They
to, buy,
had a-
used to buy snow caps from
I remember
Hollywood
they had
Video.
a huge video game section at our Hollywood Video.
Nice.
It was massive.
Whoa. I was gonna go off on a Nintendo 64 thing. When Nintendo 64 just came out, they brought out like the rental section for Nintendo 64, and there's only like 5 games. I remember just being so like oh, like Pilot Wings. Like I need to play Pilot Wings.
Like the games that come with the fucking system.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you guys know that Mortal Kombat was actually based off of a potential franchise called Universal Soldier?
Oh, I didn't know that. I know that it. I know.
Universal Soldier, wasn't that the Kurt Russell movie?
It was a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
potato.
that's-
Soldier was a Kurt Russell movie.
they
Universal
were-
Soldier was John.
That's what I know that they were like. We're gonna make a video game based on Jean-Claude Van Damme.
They were making a game adaptation to that movie. Then the movie didn't do well at all.
Right.
And then they were like, "Oh fuck, let's pivot and just like create some different characters for like the same gameplay." And they made it.
So Johnny
Johnny Cage
was,
is Jean-Claude.
Oh, interesting.
JC
Yeah.
Jean-Claude.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. What a fun fact.
Fun fact, Brent over here.
Fun fact.
Fun fact, Brent.
Just
I
a
like that
picture
better.
of Brent with
Yeah.
a party hat on because
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fun fact.
We gotta take a picture of you for that graphic.
yeah.
Okay.
After the show.
Okay. Do you guys like the cocktail?
I love the cocktail.
They're both such Scotch fans. I was excited to
These
share.
these
with you
coops are
Finish it.
guys.
Hey,
Whoa,
hey!
whoa, whoa!
Whoa.
We just started.
Papa had a long day yesterday. Okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I drink for yesterday's
I
problem.
do.
Yeah, that was my only real good fun fact. Oh,
Oh.
finish it shot bet that Nico can no longer participate in because he jumped the gun.
I did.
What was the budget for this movie?
Okay, hold on. We're gonna cut, and we're gonna.
And we're back. Woo! Wearing all the same clothes.
Yeah, everyone's wearing the same clothes. Drink has been filled
Everything
magically.
is the same.
Continuity is perfect on the show.
Continuity,
at all times.
schmontinuity.
Yep, that's what
Fox says.
that's what Fox always says.
So
Nice.
we were talking about el budgeto for this
Uh-huh.
movie.
Uh huh.
What are we thinking?
Who's going first? You go first. Well, we're gonna say it at the same time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
57
million.
Did you say 57 million?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! It was 55 million.
Oh,
I was like, it's
shit.
I was thinking, I'm like, do I go 55? Do I go 60?
Fucking amazing.
Yeah,
You
Yes.
were $2 million off.
that's really.
I mean, that's
impressive.
a lot of
Oh my
money. $2 million
God.
is a lot of money.
I thought
to
you were
be
gonna
honest.
go high.
No, it's not.
No,
For
I
a
was gonna say,
budget for a movie like this, that is not a lot.
I feel
money.
like I've always gone
Well,
really high. And
If you think
been
about
wrong.
it this way, it was a first time director and a first time writer.
Mhm.
It's based on a video game. Video game movies have never done well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty modest. Mortal Kombat 2. And if you look at the movie, it's all kind of based in like one area for like most of it.
let's just be clear. I just KO'd the shot bet master.
New shot bet. Master.
Put my dumb
I'm not
face
making it.
on
I'm
the
not
graph.
making a
You
graphic for
grab
that. No, okay. She won once. Okay.
I think
She's
you
not
were
getting a
calling
graphic.
yourself
Really
the
won
master
though. I think
after.
she won so hard that it counts as like
I
4
think you should
wins.
take 3 shots.
Oh.
No, God, no.
You should
Please
take a
no.
shot for every $1 million she was off.
Hey, I already took a shot
Oh,
for my country.
dude, I'm pissed. When I got my shot, they didn't have the red Walgreens Band-Aids. And
Exclusive.
I was so sad. Also, it's upside down.
Fuck. No.
Malgreens.
No,
I love Malgreens.
No,
Walgreens.
M for Mortal Kombat. I
Oh,
flipped it
oh,
for
okay,
the
you did it on
fucking
purpose.
show, dude. It's all about the content, baby.
They just gave me a basic-ass little skin-colored,
That's gross,
white people
dude.
skin-colored Band-Aid. And I was like,
Ew, what ghetto ass Walgreens did you walk into?
that one.
Oh, that one is pretty
The
ghetto.
one on Broadway.
Yeah, that one is
Oh,
actually
yeah,
really
no,
ghetto.
the one on Broadway.
Mine's
yeah.
in Berkeley, okay, next to the Albany Bowl.
Oh, Berkeley's
I
much-
actually only go to the Berkeley Walgreens. They're safer and cleaner, so
They have a good
actually-
parking lot, though. It's a big parking lot.
The one over there on Broadway.
Yeah, that one, and
Yeah.
also the Berkeley one has a big
Dude, the Berkeley
parking
one has way more cup holders.
Yeah, I poured you
Wonderful.
scotch. I know you like scotch. Scotch,
Uh,
scotch.
Down in my belly.
Yeah. thank
Second
you.
shot bet. I'm
Oh
just kidding.
God.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, dude, no.
what do you think? What do you think it did box office so far?
I think I know this one.
It's been out for over a
No,
week.
that was Godzilla vs Kong.
Not to break the fourth wall, but we're recording this. So it's been out for a minute.
Okay.
Are you going like weekend box office? Or are you going?
Yeah, what's
No,
the
I'm gonna
range?
I'm going to give you the first weekend domestic, but
Okay, weekend domestic.
worldwide for the first week.
You're gonna give us 2 numbers?
Yes,
Okay, so we're gonna do-
worldwide first week.
I'm gonna say 25 million box office domestic, and then international week is probably around 70.
70 for international, so 95.
Just
Overall?
all together.
No, international
70.
includes all of it.
I gotcha. So you're saying 70 overall.
Yeah.
I'll go 60 overall.
67. You were 3 off.
Nice. Shot bet.
We didn't shot bet.
We didn't do shot bet.
Shot bet. Shot bet.
Oh
So-
God.
Domestic first weekend.
Oh my god, we're not doing a shot bet for this one. Too soon for another shot bet.
Sip bet.
Okay.
You have to take a sip.
I like.
Finish it.
like
Huge
the sip bet.
stakes here.
Okay. What
Emily,
was the
Emily can go
question?
first this time.
Sorry, the
first,
shot's kicking
domestic
in.
first weekend.
So
That
it was,
Pfizer shot.
it was 67 for international for the first
First
week.
week. We're talking just domestic and just first weekend.
Oh, I already answered mine, right? It's 25.
You did say 25. That was first week.
I'll go
So
28.
25 first week.
28.
Oh.
First weekend.
just for the weekend?
Just weekend. Just domestic. Just weekend.
20.
28. I'll go high.
22.5.
Almost 3 off again. Shop bet master, shop bet master, shop bet. Sit bet master.
Yeah. It's just a smaller version of the graphic. Sip bet.
Love it.
Well, that's mostly all the information I have.
Well, that's nice.
Okay.
Okay.
The plot. Should we talk about the plot?
Yeah, please explain to me what the plot is.
That's my problem with the plot.
Okay. I'll fucking.
Yeah, you watched it twice and
did.
sober.
I understand
so
the plot, but also
it's very thin.
Well, it's taking place before Mortal Kombat, so the tournament hasn't started yet. This is a prequel to the tournament of Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung, they live in a society where there's all these different realms, right? And the rules of taking over another realm is that you have to win in Mortal Kombat 10 times in order to be able to conquer the next realm, right? And Outworld is the
first of all.
Well, this is based on a video game, okay?
Yeah.
And the fact that the story even is in the video game is pretty
Yeah.
incredible. And I like that Shang Tsung said that all the gods are lazy, because that's also part of the story. The only god that's active is Raiden. All the other gods don't give a fuck about the realms at all, and like they just sit on their ass and they do nothing. So Raiden's the only god that does anything, and he's like a weak god basically. And he's not involved in the fighting, although he is in the game, which is weird.
Yeah. I'm like, but he's like one of the main
He's in
guys.
the game, but he's just the guy that
He's
kind
the
of
hat
he's the
guy.
Gandalf of the he's
Okay,
supposed to be
that's
a
a good
passive guy who makes sure the rules are in order because all the other gods don't give a fuck. So Shang Tsung is like, if we kill all, we won 9 out of 10. We're just one more away. But if we just kill all the fucking competitors before the tournament even starts,
dumb plot.
Yeah, that's also the thing where
we
it's
can
like,
take over the earth.
the
So-
rules are very important. You have to win 10 times. However, we're going to break the rules every fucking
But
time.
we're gonna break the
What?
rules. But then, he's breaking the rules because there's a rule that says like you have to conquer all the competitors before you take over. Just fucking take over. Why kill all the competitors? And if you're already breaking the rules,
Just break them more.
just break them even further.
That's why the plot's dumb. The whole point is like Mortal Kombat, this tournament.
Right.
Never happens.
Yeah.
This is good. Yeah.
My note was
It should happen in the movie.
my note was
That should be the main
They're waiting
point.
They
for the
never-
bigger budget.
Yeah.
Okay, they're waiting for a bigger budget for this.
I wrote down, I was like, wait, they never did the Mortal Kombat.
They didn't.
That's the title of the movie. And
I
they never did
I'm
the
not gonna
Mortal
lie. I
Kombat.
like that they didn't have Mortal Kombat in this because number one, the budget was so small.
Yeah.
If they were gonna have the tournament, it'd be better if the budget was a little inflated. So they have to have. This movie was kind of like a
sequel.
It was almost like a what's it called? Like you're experimenting. Proof of concept.
Oh,
This is a proof of,
Totally.
like, look, we can make a really good Mortal Kombat movie, and we know this can be a franchise. Let's just produce something that looks really fucking cool and does all the characters justice, which it did. That's one of my favorite parts about this movie.
Well-
All the characters. Sub-Zero was great. Scorpion was great. Everything with them was
To be
amazing.
clear, all the male characters.
All the male characters were great. The female characters were all
Yes.
hot.
That was my only
Sonya-
note too. Thank you.
Why is she? Why?
That was
why
terrible
they?
casting.
Why they do that to her? Why they do that to her? She's like, I don't have a mark, but I'm taking this very seriously. And I'm like, what the?
Dude.
What? Come on.
It was like I think
I also saw that
she had
coming,
said
too.
3 sentences, and Larissa looks over at me and goes, "She's the worst."
Yeah.
She takes me out of the movie completely.
Yeah.
She's just a bad actor.
Why they do that to her?
I think what they needed, they were trying to find an actor, or actress, or actor, whatever.
It works.
Yeah. That can handle the physical, like.
she looked like Sonya.
combat.
Like she.
Well, in the first
good.
movie, the Sonya Blade was first cast by Cameron Diaz. Those in the first
course,
movie,
that-
she got
that
injured in
scans.
training. The second person they cast there's another actress who was cast. She got injured in training, and then they found like another person who was like actually into martial arts, and they knew exactly what the fuck they were doing.
yeah.
She didn't get injured at all. She got injured during the filming, but
Jesus.
but so
Sonya's
I think,
fight scenes were fine.
yeah.
Her anytime she talked, it took me out of the movie.
Is it because she was a bad actress or because
Yes,
of her
it was
dialogue?
purely The
I think it was
dialogue wasn't
mostly
great.
the dialogue.
The dialogue wasn't great for anybody though.
No, that's true. No, Kano stole the fucking show
Yeah,
in this
Kano's
entire
dialogue
movie.
was good.
He
and
is
Cabal.
so aggressively Australian.
Yes,
that
he
it's like,
is.
all right, he needs to calm the
No,
fuck
I
Dude,
loved
down.
it. I loved it.
I every scene he was in, it
I
was
love
almost-
that they
he was in a
leaned
whole
in.
different movie. Like it felt like he was in a different fucking movie
yeah,
from this
I will
one.
give him credit for
He
camp.
was so charismatic.
I love a campy ass character, and Kano was like, "Oh, you're going for
Yeah.
it, okay."
Also,
all right.
Cabal was dope too.
Which one was Cabal?
He was the guy with the mask with the glowy red eyes, and he was talking shit to Kano. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was a great
That
character
worked.
for how small of a part he had. I think
Mm-hmm.
he did the most with it. Whoever the voice actor was, and he looked fucking tight.
So
What's the chick with the mouth?
Was that
Oh yeah.
Melina or
Yes.
Katana?
Melina,
Yes,
that
it's
sounds-
Melina.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't think there weren't enough lady characters. I always
No,
loved.
the girl with the bat wings who got sawed in half. That was great. Great female
was-
role.
Yeah, great, great.
Great best death of the movie probably. That
It
was probably the best fatality.
I mean, it's funny. Like this was an R-rated movie pushing to NC-17, and that was the first like R thing they did, and that was like 3/4 of the way through the movie.
that wasn't the first R thing they did, but it was the
Felt like
most
it.
bloody one.
It felt like the movie was like going very PG-13, then all of a sudden it was like hard R. Like
I mean-
it was like 3/4 through.
Yeah, you can't freeze a guy's blood and then stab him with it in a PG-13
Yeah.
movie. It's
Well, that was
pretty
at the end of
fucking
the movie.
sick.
That was at
I
the
know,
end.
it was
That was
sick as
pretty
fuck.
sick.
Also, I guess Sub-Zero froze Jax's arms and shattered them
Yeah.
off. But
Yeah.
but R is blood and like actual red blood.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jax's arms were just kind of like frozen, and there wasn't a lot of blood. in
That's
that.
why, like in Marvel movies, they don't actually show any blood. They're just like, "Oh, he got shot and he's on the ground."
Right.
Like
Yeah.
this
Chris-
was
Christopher
like,
Nolan
"Oh
does that
my
too.
god, holy shit!"
There's no blood in Christopher Nolan movies. When people get shot, they just kind of like fall over and
yeah,
I kind of prefer that. I'm a
Just-
baby. I'm like not a gore. I'm not a gore fan.
I like this
But
kind of
when
campy
I know,
gore.
when I know it's gonna be campy gore like
Yeah.
this, I can totally like lean in and have a good
like
time.
sometimes Quentin Tarantino gore, I'm like, Jesus, that's enough.
When
like
it's
I don't
real,
need
when
that.
it feels too real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas this, like I love the gore in like Kill Bill and that kind of thing because it's campy. It's
Right.
it's a little
Still-
self-referential.
It's still a little much for me.
I like it.
I liked the gore in this because I'm just like, it's just like the game. Like
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like this might be the best video game adaptation of a movie, which isn't saying a lot.
Not including Detective Pikachu because I'm still ranking Detective Pikachu.
Was Pokemon
liked
a game
Detective
first before a
Pikachu.
show?
Yes, also Detective Pikachu
weird.
was a game.
It was
It's
also
weird because it's
a
like
pretty good movie.
It's a great movie.
I liked
Detective
it.
Pikachu.
Also,
Yeah, I liked it.
Sonic, way better than it had any right to be.
Oh,
Really?
okay. You know what?
I never saw
Sonic.
it. The one with
Sonic
Jim
is
Carrey?
fun.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Jim
never
Carrey
saw
made
it.
the movie.
dude, Jim Carrey.
If it wasn't for Jim Carrey, it wouldn't be a good
Oh,
movie.
The
He's-
trailers look so bad. I just didn't want to see it.
Trust
Thank
me.
you for
watch it.
saying preview and then trailer.
Thanks for pointing that out, Nico.
You're welcome. I heard you. The trailer was really good. I'm glad that you're self-correcting yourself.
I mean, I always
Preview is
think
a very dated term for
preview to
still
me
works.
makes me think of a VHS, like
Yes.
the previews before the DVD
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
same. It
And
feels
then the
very
trailer
dated.
is at the movie theater.
Yeah,
you know?
and you know the industry standard for these things are trailers. So
Previews though.
it's a cute thing that you say preview. It's like it makes you wise.
Seeing if it picked up, scratching
Oh,
my beard.
I thought you were about to say your Family Guy
Jesus
quote
Christ.
again.
You know, I always thought that dogs
Laid
laid
eggs.
eggs. I learned something today.
Every episode.
Every episode.
I have to work that in.
Well, Seth's a big fan of the show, so I just try to like,
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
yeah, I
Oh,
just try to get my
okay.
nods to my buddy Seth. What's up? I know you're watching.
I had no idea that was
This
a
is
nod
if
to
anyone
a
doesn't
Seth-
know who Seth MacFarlane is, it's this guy.
Yeah, if anybody
Great dude.
doesn't know,
Great dude.
Rose the graphic.
he's dictating your job.
Yeah,
now.
whoa! I'm not gonna keyframe that for you, bro.
I love this power.
I'm on the other side of the thing. I can't pull anything up.
You're right. You could. You got to fish for it though.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you fish for your graphics.
Yeah.
Okay, or I could like pretend it's on a pulley. And I pull it up.
Ah,
and it-
that's a really good idea.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Please pull up picture of Wit.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay. He's there.
Is it there?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, great. I'm gonna
Let it go.
now.
I like that.
So since you guys know more about Mortal Kombat the game than I do, how much of this lore exists in the game and how much did they kind of like fluff up for the movie?
It's so after Mortal Kombat 3, like the lore was way more involved in the storytelling. As 4, 5, like as you go on, like there is a story mode basically, and it's not just like fighty tournament style.
Yeah.
So there is more lore to it, and you know, as the game evolved, it built. And then they retconned a lot of shit. Like Mortal Kombat 4, there's like a lot of, I can't remember exactly what happens to the Mortal Kombat universe, but Raiden, I think in 10 or 11, he basically like went back in time and changed like the entire time. I was like, this all sucked. And in this, because I think
this movie kind of centered around a character that wasn't in the lore.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. He's a new character.
I'll give an example. So the Scorpion Sub-Zero feud, like their rivalry, which was great in this movie, and I love that. Yeah, anything involving them was great. It sucks that Scorpion was only in the beginning and the end, but I think in Mortal Kombat 4 or 5, there's another character. I forgot his name. I'll show the graphic right here. He disguised himself as Sub-Zero and killed Scorpion's family.
Yeah, there was technically like 2 Sub-Zeros in the lore.
That's
what I read about.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking about?
No. So Noob Saobot, that character, he's like an all-black ninja.
Yeah, that was who doubled as a second Sub-Zero in certain
because
aspects of
Scorpion killed Sub-Zero, and I think Shang Tsung brought Sub-Zero back from the dead, and he turned into Noob Saobot. Sub-Zero's brother then turned into the new Sub-Zero, and
and the new Sub-Zero is basically the one that most of us are familiar with.
Yeah. But I think Sub-Zero is always a bad guy. His brother is a good guy. So I think they're not gonna do Sub-Zero's brother at all.
I thought his brother, maybe I'm incorrect, but I thought his brother, after Sub-Zero died, his brother took up the mantle and basically said like, I'm gonna avenge my brother's death and like be like represent our family and like our history. So I think he is a bad guy.
I don't know.
But I think he's just like standing up for like his family.
What is a bad
Maybe.
guy? Come on.
But I think I just want to say though, because Sub-Zero did kill Scorpion's family in this, they're retconning everything that happened after Mortal Kombat 4, and they're just going with like the traditional storyline, which I think is great. Because I feel like from what I've like seen on YouTube, a lot of fans don't like what happens after Mortal Kombat 4. They don't like that Sub-Zero wasn't the guy who killed Scorpion's family, because like their feud is so like that's the best. That's the best part. Like those 2 ninjas are like the best part of the fucking story
of all Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and they fucking ruined it by saying that Sub-Zero didn't kill Scorpion's family.
Well, and I think this movie, I won't say ruined it, missed an opportunity by having this new character and spending so much time developing like his like MMA struggles and blah blah, when they could have dedicated more of that time to like developing characters that you really give a shit about in the lore.
So
like,
I heard
spent more time on
the
that.
studio, that was like their one main thing, is that they demanded that there was like a new character as the lead of this one in order to like kind of be a conduit for the audience, where it's like, what's happening? What is Mortal Kombat?
The
I don't
way they
get
can
it.
explain
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
he
like
doesn't
it's a
know
fish
what's
out of
happening.
water story.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a tale as old as time, and I actually liked that about it. It just sucks that like I didn't like that character too much, because it's like, what did he?
There wasn't much to grab onto.
They reversed the line from the trailer. It's a
The
birthmark.
birthmark.
What does that mean? He was born with it.
Yeah.
They reversed that,
They
I
did.
guess, in that. I'm like, doesn't make it any less dumb of a piece of dialogue.
I noticed that
oh, he
too.
was born with it. What do you mean? It's a birthmark. Like,
It's Maybelline.
yeah, it's Maybelline. Like that. I was like, oh, that line is
They got a lot of hate.
just as clunky as
I feel like they saw like the feedback they were getting from that trailer, and were like, we gotta fix that so it doesn't sound like they're fucking idiots.
make it
on screen.
weirder. Like,
Well, I don't know. Like, it did make it seem like they weren't as stupid. Like, that isn't as like he was born with it. What do you mean? It's a birthmark. That makes more sense than it's a birthmark. What does that mean? He was born with it.
Yeah.
That's
slightly
dumber.
less
Yeah,
dumb.
it's slightly less dumb.
Little
We're really
bit less
pulling
dumb.
hairs here, though.
Splitting hairs.
Yeah, splitting hairs.
We're pulling hairs.
We're pulling hairs. No, pulling hairs. It hurts.
No, we're splitting dicks here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the original Mortal Kombat, okay, Scorpion had a little Skeksis
Yeah.
come out of his
Skeksis.
wrist. Yeah, if you look at the graphic here, you'll see that little thing that comes out of his wrist looks exactly like a Skeksis. And it's like an alive thing, which is a really weird choice to have. I think Mortal Kombat 3 didn't come out when that movie was released. But I don't know. I like what they did with Scorpion. I liked his costuming, his hood, his fucking spiky shit. He's coming from hell. I love all that shit. And I kind of wish Reptile was still a ninja and not like a big fucking iguana lizard thing.
Goro, is that? Am I saying that? That's the guy with the big hands. He's got
Different guy.
4 hands is
four
Goro.
hands.
Goro's the four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Reptile's the
Okay.
reptile.
I know people like. I've never seen the original Mortal Kombat movie, as I established, but I know people really love the.
Have you seen Street Fighter?
No.
We should do a Street Fighter Mortal Kombat double
Combo
feature night episode.
We
Let's
got
do
a
it.
couple. We still need to do our Face Off and The Rock.
Gladiator. Oh, you haven't
Face
seen
Off.
These would be good
Gladiator either.
episodes of CHC for us to just like watch them both back to back
Yeah.
and do like
Yeah.
a little comp.
By the way, producer Ryan and I watched Waterworld right before the Oscars the other week, and it was delicious.
I
It
love
was amazing.
Waterworlds.
I haven't
Underrated.
seen it in a decade.
It's better than anyone gives it fucking credit for. It
It
has
is.
there's a lot of dumb plot lines, but you're like, they really made this fucking movie. Holy shit!
I love it. Yeah, they fucking. It's like
Well,
you
you
can't
look at all-
believe it, and I like the
You
concept.
look at the practical sets floating in the middle of water, and you're
Yeah.
like, that's insane.
Do you know
Yeah.
the? Do you know the concept of Waterworld?
I don't remember.
It's
All,
literally
all
a
the
ripoff.
all the polar ice caps have melted, and there's no land left.
Yeah, that's
In
right.
the entire world.
It was literally written as a Mad Max ripoff. Like that's
Yeah.
on
Oh,
the
that makes-
Wikipedia
that's scam.
page.
It's
Is that it's
100%
written as a
that's scams.
ripoff of
Mad Max came out, or I guess Thunderdome was released
Dennis
4
Hopper.
years
Dennis Hopper
before?
plays the bad guy in
Yeah.
it. Oh, he's just chewing the scenery.
chewing it up
Oh,
as the smokers.
yeah.
Dude, the smokers.
He's the
and
deacon.
they live on a big oil tanker.
Yeah.
They're so fucking
That's right.
great.
Okay, it's coming back. It's starting to come
Yeah,
back.
there's like
sick.
jet skis and like
Yeah.
there's a
The-
base. It's kind of like a
The opening scene is Kevin Costner drinking his own piss. Like it's great. It's a great movie.
I fucking love that film. We're doing that next. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that'll get a lot of clicks.
Yeah.
Sarah DeLucchi will watch it. She loves Waterworld.
Nice.
Shout out Sarah.
Shout out Sarah.
Jinx.
Jinx.
Buy me a
Shot
Coke.
Buy me a shot.
Buy me a Coke.
There is a personal jinx. So
Oh, okay.
ready for my mouth was formed for a P.
Coke.
Buy me a Coke.
Your mouth's always formed for a P. Am I right?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Don't do that.
This is why we have everybody's mics designated. Brent's is the only one that he's put his
Yeah.
mouth all over.
All right, so that is it for Cocktail Hour Cinema,
Oh, God.
and we are going to
And
close
on
this
that-
off.
On that note,
What are we-
catch you next week.
What are we doing next week? Do we have
what are
any
we doing
ideas?
next week? What should we do?
Nothing's
Leave a
coming out.
comment. Like,
Yeah, tell us what to do.
subscribe, tell a friend, leave a comment, tell us what to do next week.
Bye, love you.
Bye, friends.